What's good, guys? Welcome back to another low energy manga haul this time. No novels or anything like that, no funny business, just a bunch of manga. Mainly just pre-orders and finally getting into a certain series that I've been eyeing for a while. But yeah, mainly pre-orders this time around. First off, Chainsaw Man, Volume 6. We all know and love Chainsaw Man. Anime coming out relatively soon. This volume was good. I gotta be honest though, I like Chainsaw Man, but a lot of people are saying it's like the best thing they've ever read, and I don't get it. The art is decent. Story is kind of all over the place, but I think we're about halfway through now, and I'm not gonna judge too hard yet, but I gotta emphasize, I do like Chainsaw Man, but it's not my favorite. It's definitely not something that I am creaming my pants over every time I'm reading it. That can still change. The ending might be fire, but yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, my hands are all messed up from starting to learn to be. Well, I started learning how to be a surface treater, and it involves a lot of paint and different components. So yeah, I forgot to wear gloves, and then just kind of turned out like that. Anyways, next up, kind of a boring cover. My Hero Academia, Volume 29. This cover is kind of boring. The manga is fire though. Like right now, it's really hype, but you can really feel that it's probably starting to go towards an ending, and that's fine. It's a relatively long series at this point, and the next volume cover is absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to have that one in my collection. The My Hero Academia manga is not super pretty to look at, and I mean, I probably wouldn't have collected this if it wasn't this was the first manga volume I picked up, was volume 1 of My Hero Academia. And it was more because that was like the only thing that was available in the store as a volume 1 when I went a few years ago to the US. But yeah, the story it's good. It's not the best either, but it's great. Next up, Pure Trash. This shouldn't exist. I'm only collecting it because I'm a completionist, and since it's canon with Naruto, I need to own this. However, it's probably gonna be stowed away at some point. It's not good. The art's bad, the story's bad, everything's bad. The only cool thing is Kajin Koji, and he's like barely in it, so yeah. Next up, one of my personal favorites, Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. I do not like this physical release though. The dimensions are all types of whack. Like, look, compared to a regular Viz volume, it's the same height, but it's that much wider, so it just looks absolutely shit on the shelves. But the story is wholesome. Takes way too long for it to get anywhere. It's only just starting to get spicy in the scans right now, and this is way behind the scans. Next up, only watched the anime for this, Dr. Stone, Volume 18. I need to get into this. I think this is gonna be the manga I start reading when I've caught up on One Piece, which I've finally started, and I am about 15 volumes in, and I am loving it. It's great. Kind of slow at times. The beginning was not great. It was not great, but it's getting better. It's getting a lot better. Next up, Rent a Girlfriend. This is okay. Again, it's just more of the same. There's no progression. And I've heard people say that in 200 chapters, it's still the same. So I'm still gonna pick these up because I like the characters, but man, this story needs to wrap up soon. Next up, a series that I buy solely from recommendations online and covers. Like, these covers are absolutely gorgeous. Volume 10 of Bakemonogatari. The art is amazing. It's really well done. I have absolutely no idea what this is about, but I hear good things about the Monogatari series, but I just haven't watched the anime or read the light novels yet. It's a blind buy, but I'm kind of guessing I'm gonna like it. I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to reading. As long as it's kind of exciting, then that's fine. Next up, another one I need to start to get into. Volume 23 of Twin Star Exorcist. These volumes look amazing, and as long as the art is good, I'm very easy to please. And I'm I have a soft spot for any type of Exorcist manga, since Blue Exorcist is my favorite manga and anime of all time. Even though I know it's not the best, but it's what I grew up watching. Next up, Mashle Volume 2. I love Mashle. I love Harry Potter, and I love the mangaka one's humor. And this is a mashup, mashup of those two things. And it's not the best. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's just hilarious. And I really, really, really like a good, funny manga. And this really scratches that itch for me. Next up, absolute dog shit manga, Peach Bar Riverside. This is shit. Don't pick this up. I really can't get over the fact that Kodansha is printing this crap rather than Tokyo Revengers. Just let that sink in. One of the best mangas of all time. Tokyo Revengers is not getting printed, but this absolute piece of shit manga is. Make it make sense, Kodansha. Next up, Maison Ikkoku. This sounds like it's going to be right up my alley. I absolutely hate the art. Like, I hate this art style, but it's a classic, and maybe it'll grow on me, but they have, like, look how massive their foreheads are. I doubt that they're that smart. Fucking 5 hits, man. Next up, this was something, I don't remember where I saw this, but it was some other MangaTube's haul, and just, I mean, it reminds me of the House Husband, the art and everything. So yeah, I need to get to reading this, and this is from a publisher that I don't own anything from. It's called Kaiten Books. So it was expensive for what it is. Like, this is very thin, and it was 12 euros. But yeah, it looks interesting. Well, let's turn that around. And now, next up is the old manga that I've been waiting to get into, because these two were not in stock, and Amazon had a restock. So picked up volume 1 and 2 of the collector's edition of Pokemon Adventures. Now I'm going to slowly pick up the rest. I have a few series now that I need to pick up more volumes of that I've started, which is nice. It's a good issue to have, but I also need to save up for a new computer, just because I want it. Because mine is not doing as well as I wanted it to. Bottom Tales of Hell's Paradise. I love this series. It's really good. It's a really good read. I really enjoy this, and I like that it's not super long. So it's kind of a shorter manga. It's like, what, 12 volumes, I think. So it's going to be over soon, and I think it's been announced for an anime too, which I'm really excited for. Next up, Undead Unluck. From the rankings, it's getting in the magazine over in Japan. This is probably going to get canned soon, but volume 2 I really enjoyed. I haven't read this yet, but if this is good, then I'm going to continue picking it up. But if I don't enjoy this third volume, then yeah, that might be it for Undead Unluck. Next up, another piece of shit manga, Orient. It has potential, but it just tries too hard to be Magi when it should be something else. Also, Kodansha messed up this release. Like, the covers here are absolutely gorgeous, just like Magi, but they decided to make all the spines red instead of following the color here, which I'm pretty sure the Japanese releases does, but they just decided to went with the red, which corresponds to the first volume, which has a red cover. So they all look like this, and it's just super boring. The cover's fantastic, 10 out of 10. Spines, it looks like crap. And last but not least, even though I'm not a big fan of hardcover manga, Fist of the North Star. It's a classic. I had to pick it up now that they're going to release the whole thing in English. I liked the first volume. I'm probably gonna like this one too. It's nothing extraordinary, but I mean, it's one of the OGs, so it inspired a lot of stuff that I really enjoy. So that was the pickups for this time around. Probably not for the month. I have a lot of pre-orders coming in later in the month, but that's going to be for another video. The collection video back there is probably going to go up soon enough. I keep getting new stuff and then I'm like, oh, I need to wait for that to come in, but I probably should just get it over with and just start filming it, because it's only going to get worse to film the entire thing. Anyways, that's all for this time. Hope you enjoyed the haul. Stick around for more and hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one.